Alright guys, today's video is going to be about CV and monkeypox, you know, the C virus. So, my cousin was saying, oh, the C virus and monkeypox is going out around. Oh, monkeypox, look out for monkeypox. And it's kind of annoying. Now, most people, people are saying most people are not so bought in. I remember, there was this fallout in New York City or somewhere. It was somewhere in the United States, and, I was watching this video about a fallout in, not the video game, but, emergency warning type thing, and no one listened. And here's the thing, is, how people who are, again, they're saying most people, most people are not even wearing a mask no more. Even before the mandates were even over, while the mandates were still a thing, people were still not wearing masks. So, most people, there's a decent amount of people around me who are not that gullible no more. They're not being so gullible. But I do see the some people who are gullible talking about, oh, look out, monkeypox is around. I'm like, really, moron? You've been living under a rock? I'm sorry to say this and be so mean about it, but monkeypox always existed. Okay? And it's literally an STD. It's an STD, basically. The monkeypox basically, you get it basically from, certain intercourses. That's basically what that is. I get, it's not exactly an STD, but, you can get monkeypox from certain sexual contact. So it's simply just don't do that and you won't get it. I googled something about scratches or scabs, they said, or something like that to get monkeypox. But still, I think it's pretty simple to just not go out around touching people that or because in Africa there's a lot of STDs in Africa. So people are doing certain stuff. Just simply don't do those things and you probably won't get it. People say that it's kind of similar to smallpox. Even, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they said even if you get it, you can still get better without treatment and stuff like that. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But here's the thing. People, the reason why I'm annoyed, a little bit mad, is because people are doing this for political power. Okay, people are going to overhype this, same thing what they did for COVID, with political power, basically. Cause again, that is possible that government uses emergencies and fear people to control people. Okay? I'm not some far-right, conspiracy theorist. That stuff, it makes sense that, that government does try to do those things. Government is corrupt. So, it could be possible that, COVID was used for controlling people only. Because the best way to control people is to put people in fear. Someone is scared or put in fear, they're dumb enough to do whatever you want them to do. Wear the mask and don't let this many people in your house. You can't have 10 people in your house. You're being told how many people you have in your house and stuff like that. Even if the C virus was that bad, government the government was still a failure. The government was still doing a bad job. And the CDC were hypocritical. By the way, these politicians telling you to wear the mask were extremely hypocritical. Remember Obama's birthday party? I'm not saying that he doesn't have the right to celebrate his birthday party. You know, he's 60 years old. You should have the right to celebrate that. But still, again, the reason why I'm worried and paranoid is because it's like I'm in high school and stuff. Like, I remember, I didn't, have, I remember, this stuff happened while I was in middle school, like, the pandemic. So, that kind of got annoying, because, my individualized education plan got messed up, and a bunch of other stuff, my schedule during that time, and, my education got messed up during that time. But here's the thing, it's see now, if you go to school, you're definitely going to be mad, and especially if you're almost at the end of school, you want to, socialize and, go to school and just finish school and, meet people and talk to people and stuff in school, but, you can't do that while this stuff is in the way, while people being so gullible and selfish, saying they don't want the kids to socialize, they don't want the kids to see their friends, stuff like that. We can't be having that stuff in the way while, people just being so gullible, just all the gullibleness, people easily believing whatever, being closed-minded, not looking at the other side of things. They just watch whatever they see on the news and easily believe it, instead of actually looking up stuff themselves. You have the internet, you have Google, search things up yourself, look at, more than one, information types, stuff. They say they somewhat did this with 9/11, the way how COVID is treated. With 9/11, they were saying stay in your house and stuff like that. George Bush was a complete dictator during that time, to be honest with you. I hate that guy. He's one of the worst presidents ever. Again, the way how COVID was treated, coronavirus, was just, to tell people how to run their life, be extremely scared and paranoid, yell at someone because they don't wear a piece of cloth. That type of ridiculous nonsense. Just stupidity. If you want to wear the mask and gloves and all that stuff, you should have the right to. But you shouldn't be forcing people. You shouldn't be forcing people, though. Why should everyone do what you have to do? What you choose to do. What you're told. No. These are the people, they feel like they're correct on literally everything. They think that they're always right on everything. They think, they're getting the information. They really know what's going on. They gotta tell other people how to think. No, you don't. Because you're a moron yourself, really. You're an idiot yourself. You're the real gullible person here. And again, I'm not talking about everyone who believes in this thing. If you wear the mask and stuff, I think you can. Just don't tell other people that they have to do it and all that nonsense, and just act completely crazy. I remember being at this place, and this guy said some people are just paranoid, and that's true. It's just being paranoid. There was, so much stuff with the C virus, people being so gullible to that. It shows they'll be gullible to anything. Because again, there was more than a 90% chance survival rate of the virus. There was more than stuff like that, but there was more than a 90% survival rate, sorry about that noise, but, the numbers were at least acceptable numbers. For example, the world is almost 8 billion people, right? So, if you lose a few million, that's an acceptable number. Let's be honest. Again, it's sad when people die, of course, you know, unfortunate, you know, rest in peace to, you know, people who passed away and died. But at the same time, the numbers are at least normal numbers. Like, if you look at the news, the United States population is like more than 320 million. I think like 328 million right now. Like when I say population, like more than 329 million. 300 like 32 million people. So it's like, if you lose, like, I remember looking at the cases, they said, oh, a few hundred people, a few thousand people, oh, maybe 1 million people, but at the same time, that's still an acceptable number. Because, you know, if you have more than 300 million, if you lose like a few hundred, a few thousand, or even 1 million, or 2 million, let's be honest, those are acceptable numbers. That does sound like a lot of people, but at the same time, that's just the amount of people who die every day usually, and, you know, normally. You know, yeah, millions of people, you know, die every day from anything. So it's like, that's an acceptable number. That's not like the end of our population. The population has still grown more and more. By 2030, we will already have maybe like 10 billion people on the planet. But, you know, the population is still growing. We're still having a fast population and stuff. For, you know, that many people to die, that's an acceptable number. Okay? But again, the news hasn't talked too much about monkeypox, but I am getting annoyed by people talking about it. It's like, shut up, and especially like, here's the thing, if I meet a family member or somebody like that, I don't like getting political around family members. So somebody says, wear a mask, wear a mask, keep your mask on. Some of my family members say that to me. I'm like, that's a political situation. Keep your politics to yourself, okay?
This is expensive.
I'm sorry, I don't like, and like they're trying to sound slightly political and stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't.
I'm gonna go.
No, of course. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to get, you know, political with, you know, relatives. You know, some of them are acting that way now, so this is why it's been kind of annoying. You know, like, you know, that's why I have a YouTube channel, so I can, you know, say, you know, whatever I want on YouTube. That's what they should just do. Say whatever they want on YouTube. But yeah. But, you know, and that's why I'm annoyed with monkeypox, is because people are going to use this for political power. And yes, there are still gullible people. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I do think people are that stupid. They are that stupid, that gullible, you know. They are really gullible when it comes to, you know, world issues or, you know, political stuff. People are really gullible.
Can I say something rude?
Sure.
I mean, you know, like, the news and media, Monkey Jones mentioned, you know, how this isolation, loneliness, and all that stuff happened. You know, like, for example, you have your kids and young people isolated and kept away from their friends because people want to be gullible.
I'm sorry. Have you met?
Because these gullible morons. Because people being gullible, they're selfish people who want political power. You know, that type of stuff. I talked to a decent amount of people who are not that bought in. Like,
Yes, my
A
people.
few of my friends from school are not
even a
that
people
bought
anymore.
in.
We fought hard. We
And a few other people who are really not that bought into it. Like, some people are like, they're like, yeah, we think these viruses are bad, but at the same time, I'm not paranoid. Like, some people are like, well, maybe we do need the lockdowns or whatever. Maybe we do just need to do whatever we need to do, but at the same time, I'm not so paranoid. The only time to be paranoid if you're like a diabetic or an old person, and that's it. But, everyone else, will be fine. And it's like, if you're an unhealthy person, oh well, that's your fault that, you might get it or, whatever. It's like, you're an unhealthy person, so, it makes sense for you to be scared of it. Like, somebody will say, keep on your mask. I'll be like, okay, fat out. I'm joking about that, okay, everybody. But still, okay, health. I get that's rude, but still, okay, unhealthy person. Maybe talking about, oh, wear a mask. I'm scared of this stuff. Well, maybe change your diet, huh? Again, all that was a joke. Again, if you find that offensive, okay. But yeah. But I guess that's all I had to say about this, Why I'm still, like, mad about monkeypox, because, again, people are just paranoid, which really annoys me. And people, they talk about, like, oh, look, monkeypox, oh, I'm hearing about this. And it's like, yeah, whatever, you're not the first one to hear it. And you've been living under a rock. Now you're talking about it like, oh, guys, this is so new. And it's like, no, it's not. It's really not. It's not even new. It been existed. It's no different from smallpox.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome.
It's different from smallpox, but still.
I am your host, Aldridge T.
Same thing,
Hamilton.
for COVID.
Thank you. Yes,
you literally
Aldridge T.
have
Hamilton.
just like
Few men
a
have had a
1%
career
chance
more
of dying from
crowded with
COVID.
incident
Like,
and various intercourse with the
there's
world
more than a
than
90%, a 97 or
extensive travel through
99%
this and foreign
chance
lands,
of surviving it.
I
Oh
have
well,
procured
get
a
over
show
it.
so
There's a high chance of
fantastic.
surviving it
There
anyway.
exists
I known
nothing
people
like
with COVID, and
Anyway,
guess what? I'm still talking
in
with
an
them,
effort to
and
bring
these people are
this
still perfectly
entertainment
fine.
to even the poorest
Literally
people of
half of the
dreams,
kids in
I
my
have determined
in
the
my
ticket price
classes
should
got
be
it,
very
and still
low.
came back to
And the
school
show held
normally.
without a profit.
Just
To me,
well.
it's true.
Again, no one is
For it
trying
is
to do
blessing
virtual
enough to
school
bring
stuff.
these gifted artists.
We're really not trying
to
to,
you.
okay? Because I remember how horrible
I
virtual
discovered
school
this
was.
next
Like,
act in a
what
tiny
really
village
frustrated me is
in
because
Italy.
it's like,
Truly the
like
most
I had to go to a family
exotic
member's
of places
house,
in the
and it's like,
world.
oh, you can do your
He was just
online
a
school,
10-year-old
and
boy.
still be here.
I raised
So I'm
him.
trying to do online school in the math class,
Bathed him.
where we have to show our
I shaved
face.
him from head to toe.
We have to show our
He
face
is
and
truly
stuff, and do things like that. We have to show our face.
Presenting
We have to pay attention. It's a really strict class that, you can get in trouble for anything. So I'm like, so it's best to just like, not, bother me right now because I'm in a really strict class. Here they are saying, Ramir, come get your food. Come get your Taco Bell. Taco. And I'm like, no, I'm in this class right now. And then one of the people in the house got the nerve to come in the room and be like, that doesn't matter, come get your food. I'm like, wow. Like, just wow. Like, you only I'm sorry, I'm being, it was just a frustrating moment. It was just, wow. Like, really? I'm like, who you I'm in my mind, I'm thinking, who you think you are coming in here like that, huh? Like, really? But yeah, you know, and that was such a frustrating moment. I'm still mad about that. Because I'm like, really? You know, like, but it is a black family, so, again, that's a joke. That's a joke. But I guess that's all I have to say, people are, just, virtual school is just annoying, it's a failure. Somebody mentioned how there's kids who don't pay attention, there's kids who don't show up. And like, here's the thing, like, let's say if you are a kid who pays attention and show up, you just have like annoying, like, loud people around you. Like, that's what happened to me, and that's why I don't want to do, that virtual school nonsense. Like, no. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Bye-bye, everyone.